Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 5 of the 1975 World Series via Inside Pitch. Let me get up a little higher here so I can try to fit everything in frame. Just doing some other kind of adjustments, and now I kind of messed up what I had, so now I'm trying to reinvent the wheel, it appears. So please be patient. One moment, I'll get this all straight, and we'll be ready to go. Game 5, Yankees are leading 3-1, so they're looking to put it away and not have to go to Shea Stadium to finish. Not that they would mind that because it is their home field, but still, they want to go ahead and wrap this thing up now and be done with it. So if we look at here, let me make sure I get everything the way I want it. All right. I know it's a little bit later time than what I would normally stream, but as Paul Simon once sang, it's late in the evening. And so we're going to go ahead and give this a go. See how it plays out. All right. Starting pitchers for today's game, Larry Christenson for the Phillies and Rudy May for the Yankees. And it is now or never, as Elvis Presley once sang for the Phillies. They are down to their final chances as they trailed in the series 3-1. And of course, game 4 wins will take care of it. Got the Philly colored dice, although it didn't help the Phillies in game 4. They're going to see if it helps them in game number 5. All right. Got our dice. Couple of lineup changes for both teams. In right field for the Yankees will now be Walt Williams instead of Lou Piniella. He's a little bit better hitter, lesser defender, but a better hitter. And with the lefty on the mound for the Mets rather, the Phillies have gone with downtown Ollie Brown in right field instead of Jay Johnstone, and they have Bob Boone catching instead of Johnny Oates or Tim McCarver. Pretty much everything else is the same for both teams. Hello, Alex. Daniel, how are you? Good to see you. Like I said, I know it's a little bit later than what I normally would stream, but and I normally record this stuff, but I don't know. I just felt like streaming. I didn't feel like dealing with having to upload the recording and whatnot. So I figured let's go ahead and get her done, as the cable guy once said. All right, so here's Bobby Bonds to lead things off in center field. And I think I've got everything where you guys can see it. Looks like everything is in place. Best I can tell, at least on my laptop, it's showing up as good as it's going to show up. All right. Maybe a little crooked, maybe. I don't know. But we'll go with it. All right. Here's Larry Christenson. 4-3, and that's a blank. The very first roll is a blank. We go to Bobby Bonds. 2-3. 2-3 is a star line 4, which is a ground ball to second. So Dave Cash will retire Bobby Bonds for out number 1. And we're underway from the vet. Sandy Alomar, second baseman, steps to the plate. 3-1, and that is a walk. That's a 6. He walks at a 7. Stadium adds 1, gives him an 8, so 6 fits. And that will be a 1-out walk to Sandy Alomar. So we'll get our first strategy roll of the game. The infield will now go halfway for a double play. Roy White is your batter, but the first strategy roll coming up. Alomar needs a 5 or less to get the jump. It's a 1. He can get the jump, so we'll start with the steal attempt. He starts at a 16. -2 from Christensen makes him a 14. Then we go to Bob Boone, and Bob Boone is a -1, so that's going to drop him to a 13. So 1 to 13, he'll make it. 14 is thrown out, so Sandy Alomar out stealing. And that's going to go 2 to 6 as Larry Boa puts on the tag. Caught stealing. Nice throw by Boone to wipe the bases clean. 2 outs, and Roy White still at the plate. 2-2 is an automatic out. Roy White's a switch hitter batting left-handed, so to the left of this slash is a star line, which is an automatic out. Just have to find out what kind of out it is. A 1 through 6 roll will tell us. It's a 2, so that means it's a fly to center field, and Gary Maddox puts it away. 3 up and 3 down after the caught stealing. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first in this critical game 5. Do or die for the Phillies. Yankees nothing, and the Phillies coming to bat. Hello, Mr. Utah Mike. All right. Bottom of the first we go. Rudy May is on the mound for the Yankees. And he'll be facing Dave Cash, Larry Boa, and Mike Schmidt. May, 2-1. Wild pitch. Well, that's ball one with nobody on base. 5-5. And that is a blank to a right-hander. He's got that split line. Against a lefty, he's a star line, but against a right-hander like Cash, it's just a blank. So we go to Cash's card. Finish the at-bat. 3-3. He's going to ground it to short. So Fred Chicken Stanley puts it away. Over to Chambliss for out number 1. And that will send up Larry Boa. 4-5. And that's a range play. First range play of the game. Go to Boa's card. 6-6 is a fly to center. We're checking the range of Bobby Bonds. In center field, Bobby Bonds is rated a 3 on his range. He's a 4 in right field, but only a 3 in center. So this has to be a 3 or less for Bobby Bonds to make the play. If it's not a 3 or less, then we're going to re-roll and see if we get a 5 or a 6 because that would cause it to be a double. That's a 5, so it's going to be a base hit. Now, is it going to be a single or a double? It will be a single because we didn't get the 5 or 6. So Larry Boa drops a single in front of Bonds for a 1-out single. The infield will go halfway, and here comes Mike Schmidt, and we'll get a strategy roll for Rudy May and for Larry Boa. Boa needs a 2 or less to steal. Doesn't get it, so nothing happening. May to Schmidt, 6-3. That's a possible error on a throw, so we'll see where the ball is hit. Schmidt, 6-6. That's a ground ball right back to Rudy May. He's a 4 error rating, but that's a 17, so no error is going to be made. But we're going to find out if it's going to be a double play. He's a 2. He adds nothing, but when it goes to the pitcher, you subtract 1, so that drops him to a 1. The pivot is going to be the second baseman, Alomar, because it's a right-handed batter. So Alomar is a +1 on his pivot, so that's going to bring it back to a 2. So 1-2, we got a double play. Anything higher than that, the throws, it's going to be a force play, but if you get a 6, the throws are going to go to first. That's a 1, so it is going to be a double play. How about that? 1-4-3. They turn it, and that's going to end the inning. Rudy May, nice job, Rudy. Tutti Frutti-O Rudy. It's a 1-4-3 double play to end the inning. No runs a hit, no errors. And thanks to the double play, nobody left. At the end of 1 complete, we got no score from the vet. Phillies needed some runs, but they didn't get any. Hello, Mr. Robert. I know it's a little bit later for me, but with other people streaming and stuff, I have to kind of push it back if I'm going to stream, or else I'm going to interfere with other people. So I'm trying to find times that other people aren't streaming. All right, here's Christenson, 4-6, and that is a strikeout chance to a righty. That's way too high. Munson, 6-6 is a star 6. That's a fly to left. The bull, Greg Luzinski, will put it away. And there's one away. Here's Greg Nettles. Plus, we had a thunderstorm watch and possible tornado warning and everything in the area, so I had to make sure we weren't going to lose power or anything also. That was another concern I had. So that finally passed through about 8:30 tonight, so felt like it was safe to venture up and try this. Christenson, 2-3, and that's an automatic out on a star line. Nettles a lefty. He gets the star line, so let's see what kind of out it is. It is a fly to right, so put out there by downtown Ollie Brown for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down, and here comes Chris Chambliss. As soon as I do that, I drop my D20. Right on cue. Drop my D20. All right, here we go. 3-3, and that's a home run question mark right off the bat. Home run question mark for a left-handed hitter. 1-7 is what he needs to pass. That's an 8, so it's a failed home run check. So we go to Chambliss instead. And it's a 1-4, ground ball to second. Handled by Cash, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Larry Christenson. And we go to the bottom of the second, no score. Phillies have to win or it's all over, as they trail 3-1. If there is a game 5, it'll be back at Shea Stadium. It'll be Doc Medich for the Yankees against Tom Underwood for the Phillies. And if it goes to game 7, we're back to this game 1 starters, Catfish Hunter and Steve Carlton, also at Shea Stadium. Here's the bowl, 6-3, error on throw possible. Luzinski, 6-5, that's a single to third. A single to third, that's an 18. So it's not going to be a throwing error on Nettles. That's just going to be a single. There will be no throwing error. So Luzinski gets the base hit. Because I think the speed one is just on error, not on error on a throw, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check it here, but I think that's the case. Number 9. Yeah, well, it was a fail. I mean, his error rating was above that anyway, so it didn't matter. Hello, Jimmy Jam. How you doing? All right, so here is Dick Allen. Infield again halfway. Strategy roll for Luzinski. He cannot steal, but we do have a chance for pickoffs if we roll a 20. And there's no 20, so we keep going. Dick Allen against Rudy May, 3-4. That's a blank. There's a W there, but that's for the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. So Dick Allen will have to swing it and earn it. 4-6, and he does. It's a single to right field. And with Walt Williams, the right fielder, at a +2, I replaced Nettles, Piniella with Williams because he's a better hitter. But you're going to lose the defense. So that's a +2, which means a single to right field turns into a +4, which means his 2 becomes a 6. He automatically gets third. Even as slow as Luzinski is, he gets third automatically without a throw. And that's the penalty that they pay for putting in a better offensive player. You give up that defense, but that was the decision that was made, and that time it came to bite them. You want to question the manager later, you can question the manager later, but that's just what they went with. All right, so runners at the corners, nobody out. Let's see, they're going to play. Ollie Brown doesn't hit into too many double plays. They're going to play the infield in. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Brown cannot. He's a terrible bunter, so we're not even going to try that. Here's Rudy May, 3-4, and that's a blank again to a right-hander, so Brown will swing it. And what can Brown do for the Phillies? 1-1. He's going to single to center field. That's what he can do. Single to center field, scores Luzinski. We'll check on Dick Allen in a second. Center field to get from first to third is a -2. So he's a 3 that becomes a 1. So the only way he makes it to third is on a 1. 2 he's got to hold. So it's a single for downtown Ollie Brown. 3 consecutive singles to start the inning, and the Phillies lead at 1-0, and they're still threatening with nobody out and runners at first and second. So Rudy May has to regroup a little bit. Here comes Gary Maddox. Again, nothing on strategy. The infield now back to halfway. 6-5 is a strikeout chance. 4, he gets him. So that's a big strikeout for Rudy May. 1 away. Now double play gets him out of the inning. And Bob Boone is a double play candidate. So if he can get that ground ball, he might just get himself out of the inning. May to Boone, 2-6. Strikeout chance, 13 is too high. We go to Boone. 5-4, and that is a ground ball back to the pitcher, Rudy May. Now, again, you lose 1 when you hit it to the pitcher. So he's a 3, but he's going to drop to a 2 because of the -1. And the double play would go to second. So pivot would be the second baseman again, and that's Alomar. He's a +1, so it's going to get that 1 back and make him a 3 again. So 1-3, and it's a double play. And it is. It's a double play to end the inning. It's going to go again, 1-4-3. Second time they've pulled it in 2 innings. 2 double plays in 2 innings to help get them out of further problems. The run does score, but the Phillies could have had more. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and only 1 left after the double play. At the end of 2, Phillies 1, Yankees nothing. But again, the Phillies had a chance to really total some runs there, and the double plays just kind of took that out of them. So we go to the top of the third, and Walt Williams, who's in there for his offense, not his defense. That +2 hurt him last time, but we'll see if he can make up for it with the offense. He's a 281 hitter where Lupinella was a 196 hitter. Christenson, 5-4. That is a blank. To a lefty, it'd be a home run chance, but to a righty, it's a blank. Go to No Neck, 5-6. He grounds to second. Cash is there. One away. And so far, the Phillies are bucking to force a game 6 back at Shea Stadium. But we're only in the third inning, so anything can happen. Here's Chicken Man, 1-6. It's the ballpark card going to Veterans Stadium for the first time for Chicken Stanley. 3-3. It's a home run to center field, but he's a 0, so that's an automatic failure. And that's just a deep fly to center field that Gary Maddox tracks down. 2 up and 2 down, and that brings up the pitcher, Rudy May. And I'm using the 1969 generic Yankee pitcher hitting card just to be simple. Christenson, 3-2. Strikeout, he's going to get him. So that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down, and that is 7 in a row retired by Christenson. Go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Phillies as they cling to that lead over the Yankees. Fans at the Vet are wondering if the Phils can extend that lead. Larry Christenson's a very good hitting pitcher. He hit 246 with 2 home runs, so he's no slouch up there. Rudy May, 4-5. That is a range play. We go to Larry Christenson for the range check. 2-6. That's a fly to right field. So again, Walt Williams and his inferior defense is going to come into play. Although he's got a better range. He's a 4 on his range, whereas Nettles is only a 2. It's just his arm is bad. His range is good. So his range is a 4. That's an improvement over Nettles by 2. So 1-4, he'll make the catch. He does not. It's going to drop in. Is it going to be a single or a double? It's a single for Larry. The pitcher, Larry Christenson, gets a base hit off the failed range play. And the pitchers seem to do that a lot lately for me in this game, but it's just the way the system works. That'll bring up Cash. Strategy roll for a pickoff, but there's no 20. That'll bring up Mr. Cash. Rudy May, 3-5. Possible error. Go to Cash's card. That's 19, so probably no error. 1-3 is a star 5, which is a fly to center field. Definitely not an error because Bonds is only a 5 error rating. That's a 19, so easy play there for Bonds. 1 away. Brings up Larry Boa. Again, nothing on the strategy. May to Boa, 5-6. That is a blank. He's not tired. So we go on to Boa. 1-4. It is a star 4, which is a fly to left field. That is out number 2. Roy White puts it away. 2 down, and that's going to be up to Michael Jack Schmidt to keep the inning going. Nothing on strategy. Whoa, Suadice. Let's try that again. 1-1 for Rudy May as a strikeout chance. 13 got him. It's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Phillies. They get that hit from Christensen, and that was it. Nobody, 1 left. At the end of 3, it's still 1-0 Phillies. As Larry Christensen tries to shut down the Yankee machine and keep the Phillies in the series. Back to the top of the order for Bonds because he has faced the minimum thanks to the caught stealing. So 5-3 is ball 1 on a wild pitch. 4-4, that's a possible error. Go to Bonds. 3-5, that's a ground ball back to Christensen. He's a 14, that's a 10. That will be an E1. Christensen boots it. And Bonds is on. Self-inflicted wound by Larry Christensen. Strategy roll, a 5 or less, he'll get a chance to steal. He gets a 5, so he does get the jump. 13, we've already figured it's a -3 pitcher and catcher difference because Boone's a -1 and Christensen's a -2. So that makes it a 1-10. They've already been caught once, but they're going to try it anyway. And it's 11. He's thrown out again, so Bob Boone does it again. Second caught stealing. Had a 50-50 chance, but just didn't work out for him. And again, Boa puts on an aggressive tag. Clears the bases. Here's Alomar. 1-6 is the ballpark card going to Veterans Stadium. 2-1 is a ground ball to short. And Boa makes the play again over to Dick Allen for out number 2. And that'll bring up Roy White. 2-5. That's a possible error if it's a ground ball. 3-2. That's a single to first. And it is a ground ball. And that is an error, but it's a single. And you don't do an error check on a single. It turns into a speed check. So speed check for White. He is a 3. 1-3. The single is good. 4, 5, or 6. And he is going to be retired. He's going to beat it out for a single. So no error on the play, but it is a single. First hit of the game for the Yankees. And it belongs to Roy White. And strategy roll. He needs a 2 or less to steal. Doesn't get that. So here's Thurman Munson. Christenson 1-6. Ballpark card again. Veterans Stadium. 4-6. That's a double to center field. Veterans Stadium. That's a D8 on the 4-6. That's a D8. So that's a double to center. And problem with the Phillies in center, problem for the Yankees, I should say, is that Gary Maddox has a -2 arm. So when you double to center, it's a -1 factor. So Roy White's a 3. He needs a 2 or less to score on the double. And he does not. He's got to hold at third base. So the good arm by Gary Maddox prevents the score for now. And boy, how big is that caught stealing now? 1 out, runners on second and third for Greg Nettles. And the Phillies are going to play the infield in. Check that back because there's 2 outs. My bad. There's 2 outs. They're not going to play the infield in, obviously. Nothing on strategy. Hello, Doug. How are you doing? Christenson, 4-2. That's a pitcher result on a double question mark. 1-10 against the lefties, an automatic out. That's an 8. It will be an automatic out, and Christenson will get out of the inning on a ground ball to Schmidt, and that's going to end the inning. So for the Yankees, no runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and they left 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still 1-0 Phillies as they escape danger thanks to a caught stealing primarily and the good arm from Gary Maddox. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies looking to try to get some insurance runs. And they'll turn to the bull, Greg Luzinski. He singled and scored the only run of the game. Rudy May, 1-5 is a range play at the park. So we go to Veterans Stadium for a range play. 2-6, that's a fly to right field, but it's a range check again on Walt Williams, who is a 4. He's got a range of 4. And he makes the play. So this time, it's not going to drop in front of him. Walt No Neck Williams will take that double away. 1 down for Dick Allen. And that's one that Piniella may or may not have gotten to. He was only a 2, so he's not going to get to some of those things. 3-1 pitcher result, this time to a right-hander. 1-8's an out. That's a 17, so it's a blank. Go to Dick Allen. 3-3, and that's a fly to center field. Bonds makes the catch. 2 down for downtown Ollie Brown. He had the RBI single his first time up. 3-3 for May is a range play. We go to Ollie Brown for the range check. 5-4. It's a liner to short. Liner to short. And I don't think there's a range check on line drives, but I will double check it. But I don't think there is. Failed. Range. Successful. Liner. Let's see. Well, it says here that it is, so L6 becomes an S6. So we do check the range. My bad. We do check the range on Chicken Stanley. Let's see. Chicken Stanley is a 3. So 1-3, he snags this. 4, 5, or 6, it's going to get by him. It's a 6, it's going to get by him for a base hit. So downtown Ollie Brown, 2 for 2 against the lefty. As he smoked it past Chicken Stanley. And that'll bring up Gary Maddox. Strategy roll for pickoffs. Nothing happening. May to Maddox. 5-3 is a blank. We go to Gary Maddox. 2-2, and that's a single past second base. To get from first to third, you need a 3 or better. He's a 3 with 2 outs becomes a 4, so he's definitely going to make it. So runners are at the corners. 2-out rally by the Phillies, trying to tack on some runs. Here comes Bob Boone. Booney hitting to a double play his first time. Nothing on the strategy. 2-4, that's a strikeout chance, and he got him. He's a 4 against lefty. Stadium adds 3, makes him a 7, so the 2 fits. And that's going to do it. Rudy May pitches around the trouble and gets out of the jam. So for the Phillies, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. We go to the 5th. Still 1-0. Favor of, well, if you're a Stratomac fan, favor of the cheesesteaks. All right, here's Chris Chambliss to lead things off. Chambliss grounded to second his first chance. 2-5, possible error on a ground ball. 6-4, it's a fly to left, so no error to worry about as the Bull puts it away. Greg Luzinski for out number 1. Brings up Walt No-Neck Williams. 4-5, that's a walk chance. 3, he's going to walk him. He walks at a 3. Stadium even adds 1, so he gets the extra boost for that walk. And for Christenson, that is the second walk he is allowed. Puts the tying run on with 1 out for Fred Chicken Stanley. Nothing on strategy. Christenson, 2-5. Possible error on a ground ball again. 4-4 is a ground ball to third. That's a 9. Mike Schmidt, his error rating is an 8. So he will just make that play. He's an 8, but that's a 9. So he does not make the error, but there might be a double play. He's a 3. Halfway makes him a 4. The pivot at second, Cash, is a 0. So 1-4, and it's going to be an inning-ending double play. And it is. So not only does Schmidt not make the error, he turns the double play to end the inning. 5-4-3 around the horn. And that's going to do it for the Yankees here in the top of the 5th. So for the Yankees, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0. That run in the second inning is still held up. And Christenson has been keeping the Yankees at bay. Hello, Prague. How you doing? Here is Larry Christenson, the pitcher. He's going to get a chance to hit. He is a good hitter. He singled last time, I believe, on the ballpark card. Rudy May, 2-1, ball 1 on a wild pitch. 2-2 is a walk chance. That's a 1. He's going to walk the pitcher. So how about that? Christenson singles, and now he walks. So the pitchers are really doing something in this series. He's aboard with a leadoff walk, and Rudy May just can't be happy about that. Strategy roll for a pickoff. Nothing happening. May to Cash. 1-3 is a blank to a right-hander. We go to Cash. 5-4, star 6. That is a fly to right field for out number 1. Hauled in by Williams. 1 away for Larry Boa. Again, strategy. Needing a 20. There's no 20, so roll on. Rudy May, 4-4. Strikeout chance. 12 is too high. Go to Boa. 4-5. And against a left-hander, that's a double to right field. He has a triple on this. In his row 5, he has 2 splits that are favorable against lefties, a triple and a double. He found the double on the 4-5. It's a double to right field. Let's see if Christenson can score. He's only a 2, but again, Walt Williams is a +2 arm. So that puts him in play as far as getting a chance to score. So a double to right field, you're actually going to add 1 to the run rating, which makes him a 3. So 1-3, he'll score. He does. And since it's a 1, Boa has a chance to move up. He's a 4, roll less than a 4. He's going to make it. A 4 or less, I should say. He's going to make it, and he did. So Boa takes second on the throw. And how about that? Larry Christensen chugs all the way around to score. And then taking third on the throw is Boa to make it 2-0 favor of the Phillies. And the Yankees are forced now to bring the infield in. They have no choice. Mike Schmidt is the batter. Hate to play the infield in with Mike Schmidt up, but I hate to be the third baseman Nettles on this because that could be a hot liner coming his way, but there's really no choice in the matter. No 20, so infield is in, trying to choke that run off. 6-5, strikeout chance 9. He got him, but that certainly helps if you're the Yankees. Now you can play the infield back now because there's 2 away. And Schmidt's had a rough day. He's hit into a double play and struck out twice, so he's had a rough game. This will bring up the Bull. If the Phillies are to add their lead, the Bull has to do something. May, 6-5, strikeout chance. He did something. He struck out, and that's going to end the inning. So Rudy May, all in all, gets out of it a lot better than I thought he would. Just the 1 run comes in. Back-to-back strikeouts of Schmidt and Luzinski keep it from getting any worse. But walking the pitcher to start the inning was the cardinal sin that cost them the run. So they do a run on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 5 complete, it's 2-0 Phillies. And the pitcher spot, Rudy May, is due up, so they're going to go ahead and pinch hit. They're behind 2-0. They need offense, so the Yankees will be going to the bullpen. There is a theoretical day off for travel if it goes to a Game 6 because we'd be moving to Shea Stadium. So everybody in the bullpen would get a day off tomorrow if it goes to Game 6, so you can use pretty much anybody we want. So now it's just a matter of who they want to use out of their bench. Boy, there's just not a whole lot there in the bench, to be quite honest with you. They're going to use, terrible. They're going to use Rich Coggins, the lefty, 236 hitter. Ed Herman's the best hitter, but I want to save him when guys are on base. So we're going to use Rich Coggins. I think it's probably his first at bat of the series. But he's a lefty, and 236 is about the highest average they got on the bench, other than Herman. But I think maybe Rick Dempsey's a little higher, but he's right-handed, so I'm kind of playing the percentages. So Rich Coggins will pinch hit against Christenson. 1-3 is a range play at Veterans Stadium. 6-1 is a fly to center field, but checking the range of Bonds. And again, in center field, Bonds is a 3. 1-3, he makes the catch. He does not. Is it a single or a double? It is a double. A double to center field for Rich Coggins. A pinch hit double on the failed range play. I'm sorry. That was wrong. I had the wrong guy up there. It was not Bonds. That's Gary Maddox. Maddox is a 5. Of course he makes that catch. Thought something was funny about that. I had the wrong guy there. Not a double. It's a fly to center. Maddox made the catch. He's a 5, so he's going to make that catch. Sorry about that. I had Bonds up to bat next. I had Bonds on the brain, I guess. So that's out number 1. Gary Maddox makes that catch. Bonds, the batter, now 2-6, strikeout 20 is going to get him. He's a 17. Stadium adds 3, makes it a 20, so he's out of there on strikes. So adding insult to injury, not only did he not make the catch because he wasn't out in the field, but he strikes out, so that's out number 2. And that's going to bring up Sandy Alomar. Christenson, 6'4". He's not tired yet, so so that's a blank. He's only faced 19 batters. He can face 25. Alomar, 3-5, and that's a star 6, which is a fly to left to end the inning. The Bull puts it away, so 3 up, 3 down go the Yankees. And boy, Larry Christenson, just exactly what the doctor ordered if you're the Phillies. He is shutting down the Yankees, and his team is giving him just enough runs to support him. And now the Yankees will go to their bullpen. So coming on to pitch out of the bullpen will be right-hander Dave Pagan. So Pagan is on. Down 2-0. They're going to Mr. Pagan. He'll be facing Dick Allen, Ollie Brown, and Gary Maddox. Pagan, 5'3", is a Ball one on a wild pitch. Try again. 2-5. That's a strikeout chance. 15. He's going to get him. So Dick Allen out on strikes for out number one. And that'll send up downtown Ollie Brown. He's 2 for 2, but that was against the lefty. See what he does against the righty. Pagan 2-5. That's another strikeout chance. 13. He got him. So back-to-back strikeouts for Pagan as he has come in and not messing around. Here's Gary Maddox. 3-5. That's a blank. Go to Maddox. 5-2, and that's a star one ground ball to Chambliss. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Dave Pagan as he keeps the Phillies where they are. 6 innings in the books. It's still 2-0 Phils from the vet. Due up for the Yankees, it'll be Roy White, Thurman Munson, and Greg Nettles. Heart of the order. If the Yankees are going to do something, now's about the time to do it. Run out of outs. Christenson, 3-4, and that's a strikeout chance, but 20 is too much. Go to White. 4-5. He lines it hard, but right to Mr. Boa for out number one. One away, and that's going to send up Thurman Munson. 4-4. That's a possible error on somebody. 6-3 is a fly to left. We're checking Luzinski's error rating, but that's a 17. Luzinski's error rating is only a 7, so he will make that catch. And there are 2 away for Greg Nettles. Yankees had one good threat in the 4th, but other than that, they really haven't done much. Christenson, 1-6, ballpark card, Veterans Stadium. Maybe Nettles can get into one. 4-5. That's a power result on a 4-5 to right field. That's a 19, though, and that's a 17. That's a 19, so it's just a deep fly to right. Hauled in by downtown Ollie Brown, and that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down go the Yankees. Christensen, 7 shutout frames, and he's solidly getting it done. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 2-0 favor of the Phils. And we'll take a look and see. Christensen can face 25 batters. He has faced a total of 23. And boy, he's pitching a shutout, so you really don't want to take him out, even though he bats second this inning. He's a good hitter. He's reached base twice. So they're going to leave him in there. Pagan only faced 3 batters, can face 10. So going to leave him in there as well. Start the bottom of the 7th. 2-2, strikeout chance, 18 is too much. We go to Boone. 4-5, that's a single to third base. Nettles knocks it down, but has no play. Now, normally you'd think about bunting here, but Christensen's such a good hitter, they might have him swing away. Let's see what the strategy decides. It's a 2, so they're going to have him swing away. The infield is going to play in like they were expecting a bunt, but the Phillies are going to try to fool them by swinging away. Pagan, 4-1, strikeout chance. It's not going to help him, so 1 away as he strikes out. Brings up Cash. Infield now halfway for a double play. Nothing happening. Pagan, 2-2, strikeout chance. He's a 3. Stadium adds 3, makes him a 6, so he strikes out as well. So Pagan's got the strikeout pitch going. 4 strikeouts already in an inning and 2/3. Getting it done and out of the pen. And this is actually his first appearance of the series. Nothing happening there. Go to Boa, or Pagan rather, 6-5, strikeout again, 8, but it's too high. No, it's not too high. He's a 5. Stadium adds 3, makes it an 8. That is an 8. So Pagan strikes out the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 8th. It's still 2-0. And Pagan has faced 7 batters, struck out 5 of them. Gave it 1 hit, but solidly getting it done. And we go to the top of the 8th, still 2-0. Philly bullpen is active. Gene Garber, the right-hander, Tug McGraw, the left-hander, are both loosening, because they don't want to take any chances. They will use them as long as they need them. Multiple innings if needed. with the rest day on travel if it gets that far. So Chambliss is up. This will be batter number 20. Let's see, batter number 24. So he can face Walt Williams next. Will be the last guy before he's tired. 5-3 is a wild pitch, ball one. Go to Chambliss. 3-5. That's a walk plus. I'm to a righty, but Chambliss is a lefty, so that's a blank. Chambliss 5-6. Ground ball to third. Schmitty is there. One down. Here's Walt No-Neck Williams. 2-2. Blank to a right-hander. 6-2. Pops it up to second. Cash is there. Two down. Now he is tired. Christenson is tired, so any hit he gives up or any result he gets in a question mark or parentheses is going to be automatic yank. Stanley is your batter. Boy, they're going to try to find somebody on the bench that's any good. Probably not. Like I said, they got Herman. They got Demp. They're going to go ahead and pinch hit for Stanley with Ed Herman. Ed Herman will pinch hit. And then Jim Mason will come in and play short for Stanley. So it's desperation time. Even though there's 2 out spaces empty, you got to do something. So the new shortstop will be Mason. And Ed Herman. They still got Rick Dempsey to pinch hit for the pitcher if it gets to that. So they're going with Ed Herman. 2 out spaces clear. Ed Herman pinch hitting for Stanley. Christenson is tired, though. 2-4, hit by pitch chance. 4 is going to be too much. Go to Herman. 6-4, and he flies to left field to end the inning. So that's going to probably do it for Christenson. 8 shutout innings turned in by Larry Christenson. And now the new shortstop is Mason for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th. But Christenson, kudos to Christenson. He goes 8 innings. He only gave up 2 hits. They were both in the 4th inning, a single and a double, both in the 4th inning, but the run did not score. So he only gave up 2 hits, and he walked 2, and he struck out 1, 2. Only struck out 2. Not a big strikeout pitcher, but 8 innings pitched and only 2 hits. That's more than they could ask for. And they will bring in Tug McGraw to pitch the 9th. So Garber has sat down. McGraw has taken over full bullpen duties and will be coming in to pitch the top of the 9th. For the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees will need a new pitcher, I think, because they've used, 7 batters. Well, actually, he can face 3 more. But I think they want a fresh arm in there, so that's it for Pagan. He will leave. And since it's a travel day tomorrow, they're going to use Dick Tidrow out of the pen. Even though he pitched yesterday, he can pitch today. They get a rest day tomorrow if they have to travel, so no problems there. But he's got to face Michael Jack Schmidt for his first batter face, so that could be a problem. We shall see. Tidrow to Schmidt. 1-2 is a blank. We go to Schmitty. 6-1, and that's a double to right field. So right off the bat, Mike Schmidt trying to get some insurance for the Phillies after going 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and hitting into a double play. He comes through with a leadoff double, and that brings up Greg Luzinski. Strategy rolls are off. Tidrow 1-6, walk chance 14. He's a 13. Stadium adds 1, makes him a 14. It will be a walk. One thing that does for the Yankees is it does set up a double play, but we'll see if the Phillies want to use Dick Allen to hit here, or they might go to a pinch hitter. They may go to a pinch hitter to try to put the game away. And let's see. They're going to go to Jay Johnstone, and they'll bring in Tom Hutton to play first base in the 9th. So Johnstone's going to pinch hit for Dick Allen. And then Tommy Hutton will be the first baseman going for the ninth inning. So Johnstone is in to face Hutton, or to face Tidrow. So Johnstone against Tidrow. Infield is halfway for a double play. 6-6 range play. 1-6 ground ball to first. It's a range on Chambliss, but since they're halfway at double play, he drops to a 3. So his range is a 3. 5, it gets past him. Base hit. So that turns into, let's see, a G3. Failed range. G3 turns into a number 3. No, let's see here. Hold on. Where'd it go? Failed range play. Oh, here we go. Up here. G3, number 3. That doesn't make any sense. This chart doesn't make any sense. So it's coming in S3. So let's see if the runs can score. Well, we know that Schmidt's on second. S3. Let's see if he can score on S3. S3, you need to score from second. You need a 4 or better. He's only a 3, so he cannot score. It's going to load the bases. So Chambliss knocked it down enough to prevent the run from coming in, but now the bases are loaded for downtown Ollie Brown. Bases loaded and nobody out. Infield is in for downtown Ollie Brown. Whoops, let's put him up to bat. 4-1's a strikeout chance, but that's a 20, so no strikeout. Brown, 1-6. It's a fly to right. It could be a sacrifice fly because, again, Walt Williams has a +2 arm. So his sacrifice fly rating is a 0, so that fails. But he's a 3, +2 from the Walt Williams arm makes it a 5. A 1-5, and it's a sacrifice fly. And it is, so because of the bad arm, he will score on the sacrifice fly. So sacrifice fly to right field. Schmidt scores. Phillies now lead at 3-0. No other runners can move up, just that one. And now Hutton will take over at first base. So downtown Ollie Brown gets a sacrifice fly. 1 away. Infield now halfway. And Gary Maddox is your batter. Tidrow, 5-1. Strikeout chance, got him. 2 down. So 2 outs, and that brings up Bob Boone. Tidrow to Boone. 1-2 is a blank. We go to Boone. 4-1, ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. But the Phillies get a very important insurance run. They do it on 2 hits. No errors, and they left 2 on base. We go to the 9th. Last chance for the Yankees, and they'll have to do it against Tug McGraw. But it is 3-0 favor of the Phillies. And we will have 1 defensive replacement for the Phillies. Jerry Martin will take over in left field for Greg Luzinski, who's not a very good fielder, obviously. So Jerry Martin is the new left fielder for Luzinski. He's got a range of 5 in left field with no errors, so that's a no-brainer there. Trying to protect that lead. He is going to be the new left fielder. And the new pitcher, the aforementioned Tug McGraw, you got to believe, is going to be on to try to save the day and send us to a Game 6 back at Shea Stadium. So due up for the Yankees. We need a pinch hitter because we're at the pitcher spot. So Tidrow will be pinch hit for. And it'll be Rick Dempsey, your pinch hitter. He's got the best average of anybody left on the bench. So Rick Dempsey will be the man. He will do the pinch hitting to lead off the top of the 9th against Tug McGraw. Last chance for the Yankees, or we're going to go back to Shea Stadium for Game 6. McGraw, 3-6 against a right-hander. It's a strikeout chance. 2, got him. So Rick Dempsey strikes out in the pinch. One away. Brings up Bobby Bonds. Again, the Yankees have been held to 2 hits on the game. McGraw, 6-5, strikeout 18. He's going to get him. He's a 17. Stadium adds 3. So it's another strikeout. So now the Phillies may have momentum going into Game 6, where they're going to have Tom Underwood, who pitched a very good Game 3 against Doc Medich, assuming they pull this one off. McGraw, 4-5. That is a strikeout chance, but 15 is too much. We go to Alomar. 1-2. That's a double to center field, and you just had to know it wasn't going to be a 1-2-3 ninth inning in inside pitch. It seemed like there's always some sort of ninth inning stuff going on, and that's a 2-out double for Sandy Alomar. Now, if Roy White can reach, then Munson would come up as the tying run. McGraw, 1-3, possible error on a throw. White, 2-6, that's a fly to center. That's going to end the ball game. Gary Maddox puts it away, and there is your ball game. For the Yankees, nothing doing in the ninth. They got a hit and left a man on, but nothing else. And the Yankees get shut out 3-0 on a 3-hit shutout, combined shutout from Larry Christenson and Tug McGraw. And they will be going back to Shea Stadium for game number 6, as the Phillies have not evened the series, but they've reduced the deficit to 3-2. And we're going back to Shea Stadium for game number 6. And it will be Tom Underwood for the Phillies against Doc Medich for the Yankees. And if the Phillies somehow pull that off, there'll be an all-important Game 7. Catfish Hunter against Steve Carlton would be that matchup in Game 7. So thank you all for staying up late enough to stay up with me. It did move right along, Alex, because of the low-scoring game. Not a whole lot of runs going on there. Both pitchers seem to do well. And so kind of like it when it's not really a pitching duel, but kind of close to a pitching duel. It was a pitching duel on one side anyway. But Phillies will extend its series, and Game 6 will be coming up in a couple days from Shea Stadium. I'll probably try to play that on Thursday, most likely. And that way, if it's a Game 7, I would play it on Saturday. So that's the plan. Plans always can change, of course. And then once this series is over, then I'll go back to 1993 and pick that up, the World Series in Game 3, in 1993 at Game 2, where the Giants lead the series 1-0 behind Bill Swift. So that's going to do it from here. Like I said, the Yankees only got 3 hits, so it was pretty bad. Player of the game was obviously Larry Christenson for his 8 shutout innings of work. So again, thank you all for joining me for the later than usual stream, and look forward to Game 6 probably on Thursday. So till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play. Oh, Clinton Parks, I didn't even see you come in there. How about that? The Rear Admiral snuck in, and I didn't even see him. Sorry about that, Clinton. I did not see you till the final straw, but snuck in there. I see you. I see you now. I see you. I see you. I got my eyes on you. I see you. I see you. So, anyway, that's going to do it from here. I'm getting punchy now because I'm tired myself. All right, Bruce, nice to see you as well. And again, Game 6 will be coming up probably on Thursday evening. Probably try to do that after RJL does his stream. So maybe, around 9-ish, maybe 9 o'clock-ish, 9:15-ish, something like that. If I stream, if I do recording, it could be any time. So we'll wait and see how that plays out, whatever hits my fancy. So that's good to go from here. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.